It's a simple enough idea, but its impact has been profound. Tens of thousands of families have joined CSAs, and in some areas of the country, there is more demand than there are CSA farms to fill it. One CSA farm in central Mississippi is Amorphous Gardens, and its owner is Jonathan Picarsic.
Amorphous really, it means without form, without structure. And when we were thinking about developing a place where we're going to grow stuff, we wanted to go outside the bounds of traditional agriculture. And thinking about it one day, that was the word that came to my mind.
At a time when many people are trying to buy locally grown products, this is an alternative way to do that, as opposed to going to the farmer's market.
The way that our program works is people buy shares for this particular season. It's a 12-week season. They pay $20 a week, and they get what's in season. I mean, in essence, the program, community-supported agriculture, connects communities with the growers, and it allows people to eat seasonally. This idea is really embedded in sustainable agriculture and organics, natural growing, where people want to know what's put on their food. People want to know that their food's grown in a way that's sustainable, really.
During the harvest, Jonathan says he has some pretty long days.
This time of year, a typical day is, we get up before dawn, and we're picking vegetables, whether it's like today we're picking for the CSA. Other days we're picking throughout the week for different markets that we sell at. In the morning, my day consists of picking until about 6:30. And some days I wake up at 3, some days closer to 4:30, 5. We pick till 6:30. That's when my partner, she goes to work, and then the rest of the day is with the kids. And so throughout the day when they're sleeping, I'm outside working or organizing or shucking peas or whatever it is. And then when she gets home in the evening around 6, I'm out till dusk, picking, weeding, things like that this time of year.
The customers who purchase memberships in Amorphous Gardens pay their money up front and share the risk with Jonathan.
So if our season's terrible this year and we get no rain, let's say we didn't rain this past week and everything's stressed, the back end of our CSA was going to perform poorly, right? And so the consumer takes the risk, but at the same time, today they're going to get much more than $20 worth of produce if they would have went to a farmer's market and bought it from us. So it's like a risk reward, what's the percent on investment, really? And it allows the consumer to really be connected. They are dependent on what we're doing. They have money, that they've paid up front, and some of the time we also allow people to pay halfway through the season. So today's the last payment as well. But they're invested in us. They want us to perform well. The people that are in our CSA are people who are really emotionally invested in eating quality food. They range from students, which to me is really impressive, because when I was in college I would have never had the guts to put up that money up front, even if I wanted that stuff. So it's really impressive to see students, and then it goes the spectrum to musicians, to professors, to doctors. So I mean, there's just a wide variety of people who are really interested in feeding their families and themselves good food that is grown sustainably without chemical fertilizer, pesticides, and herbicides.
Jonathan and his family have lived all over the country, but they decided to settle in Mississippi, near his wife's family.
And it ends up being a perfect market for us, because in other places it would be really hard for a farm to start this small with this little capital and develop into a good business. Whereas here, the market's just beginning, and people are really looking for people like us that are trying to grow heirloom vegetables, grow it sustainably, naturally, and it's a great time to be here, trying to do this.